Good morning, culés. Hello, my beautiful Barca babies. And I do mean babies. Some of y'all acting like little children after that 4-0 loss to Real Madrid. Some of y'all acting like the sky is falling. Oh my gosh, we lost to Real Madrid again. Sack Xavi, sell Raphinha. I can't believe we extended Alonso's contract. Barcelona are going to Europa League. That's Barcelona fans right now. Y'all should be embarrassed, okay? This episode is not going to be the good, the bad, the Barca. I had one planned, but it is canceled because of the whining that is going on, the catastrophizing that is going on in the culés community, all right? So we're turning this into a therapy session. I'll be your punching bag. I'll be your ray of sunshine, whatever you need today, okay, folks? Because y'all are being a bunch of babies about this Real Madrid loss, okay? Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it that Barcelona, missing half their starting lineup, would lose to Real Madrid? Gee, nobody saw that one coming. Oh, gee golly. Anyway. Let's kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. The comments have been raining in already. I was getting heat from my own community even, within the Stash Squad, which is unbelievable. People targeting me, giving me rude comments, giving me hate. Like I was out there on the pitch for some reason, okay? So, calma, culés. Calma. My goodness. I'm gonna calma myself, actually, okay? I'm going to talk about the match. I'm going to talk about a few different things, but I'm also going to talk about y'all and your reaction and the pettiness, the lack of perspective that you have. See, I'm not even... with accounts, I'm calling you out, with accounts like Managing Barca, bringing up stuff like, oh, should we sell Raphinha? Raphinha couldn't carry Barcelona past Real Madrid without Pedri, Dembele, Frankie de Jong, and Christensen. He couldn't do it all by himself. We should sell Raphinha. Come on, Managing Barca. Get your shit together. Integrity over views, okay? Integrity over views. That's all I'm saying. We all got to do what we got to do, okay? Maybe you need that money. I don't know. But that is one example of high-level culés catastrophizing, okay? It's absolutely absurd. So, few talking points, okay? For anyone who is just freaking out about this Real Madrid 4-0 over Barcelona. Oh my gosh, all is lost at Barcelona. All the progress that we made has just gone crumbling down. Let me remind you that we beat Real Madrid 4 of the last 5 matches going into this one, including the last 3. And I think what happened is that Xavi's miracle in the first leg of winning 1-0 without Dembele, without Pedri, I think we were missing somebody else at that time too. Lewandowski, my goodness, how could I forget? Without those 3, Barcelona somehow snuck in to the Bernabeu and got a 1-0 victory. Somehow. Xavi pulling a rabbit with a rainbow-covered mustache out of his butt. A miracle of miracles to get a 1-0 win away from home against Real Madrid without Pedri, without Dembele, without Lewandowski. Had that not happened, maybe y'all wouldn't have these unreasonable expectations for Barcelona. In leg 2, as I mentioned, no Dembele, no Pedri, and now this time, no Frankie de Jong, no Christensen. You tell me who's having a better season for Barcelona outside of Frankie de Jong and Christensen. So not only are we with arguably our most influential attacking midfielder, our most impactful winger, we are without our general in the midfield, who is now Frankie de Jong, and who is one of the two best defenders in Europe right now, the other being Araujo in Christensen, also out. And you all expected Barcelona to win. You all still expected Barcelona to win against Real Madrid, who, let's put bias aside, is a world-class team. They are the reigning European champions, and you thought that we could march onto that pitch with half of our starting 11 unavailable, and you're somehow upset at the loss. You didn't see a 4-0 coming with half of Barcelona's team out. You didn't see that coming, and now you're upset. You're angry. I've said this on the channel before, folks, but apparently you need the lesson again. All this anger, all this upset that you're feeling, all this disappointment is because your expectations were not in alignment with reality. Whoops, missed that one, okay? So when I say calma culés, I mean with your expectations. European champions against Barcelona with half the starting 11 missing. In leg one, we got lucky. It was a miracle, 1-0. In leg two, reality set in. And now you're just like, oh my gosh, Xavi out. I can't believe this happened. Oh my God, sell Raphinha, sell Ansu Fati, sell all these players. Oh my gosh, how could Franck Kessié give up a penalty? It's just unbelievable. Shit happens, folks. Calma. Have some perspective. We are 12 points clear in La Liga right now, despite not having Pedri for a long chunk of time, despite not having Dembele for a long chunk of time, despite having multiple injuries and setbacks, and still dealing with this financial crisis. Y'all want to just move past it like it's not still a thing. We still have this financial crisis going on that we are managing, and we have the president of La Liga after our club personally. It's his personal vendetta. Okay? All that going on. We're still top of the Liga. We still made it to the semifinal and lost because we were missing half of our starting 11. And y'all just, oh my gosh, no progress. This is a disaster. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now. Okay? For starters, despite the cards being stacked against us, for 45 minutes, we dominated the match. Lewandowski up top doing all kinds of tricks and turns to get space up top. He was honestly having one of his best performances, along with Franck Kessié. I was screaming at the TV as much as you were when he gave up that penalty. It was idiotic, imbecile move. You never should have put a boot in there, okay? But in the first half, Franck Kessié, twisting, turning, shaking, baking. He was looking good. He was looking strong. He was looking confident, okay? That's what I saw. I saw a glimmer of the best Franck Kessié that we've ever seen. Now, we're going to have to wait and see how he responds to that collapse in the second half. But if we get the first 45-minute version of Franck Kessié the rest of the season and ongoing into next year, I'm happy about that. So while y'all are sitting here going, oh, I hate Franck Kessié and we need to sell him, I'm going, for 45 minutes, Franck Kessié looked good. Looked world class. And I'm excited for that for next season. Have some perspective. You all treat each match like it's in a vacuum. Right here. Win or lose. If we beat Real Madrid, oh, we're the best in the world. Champions League is ours. We can't wait to take on Bayern Munich and Man City and PSG. Top of the world for Barca. But we lose this match and it's, we're going to Europa League. Boo. It's one match with half of our team missing. Pedri, Dembele, Frankie, Christensen. And y'all want to, you guys want to treat this, you want to measure this match up against the results of the rest of the season like that's not a factor. Like we don't need the best midfielders in the world with one of the best attackers in the world, with one of the best center backs in the world. It's not like we're missing Roberto and a Pablo Torre and an Eric Garcia, okay? That's not what's happening here. Gosh, just the reaction from the culés is absurd. I understand being disappointed. I understand being frustrated. My blood was boiling watching Vinny Jr. and Benzema celebrate their goals, knowing that had we had a full Barcelona squad fit and ready to go, this wouldn't be happening. Okay? That's what makes me upset. It's not the fact, nothing beyond that though. I still zoom out and I look at this year and I think about the progress that Xavi has made, building one of the best clubs in Europe with one of the best defenses in Europe. Okay, so this is a fluke. This is a nothing. I don't even care about this. Am I upset we don't get to play in a Copa del Rey final? Yes. Yes, I am. Am I going to turn on the club and the culés community because of it? No. No. And that's when a lot of you have a lesson to learn. A lot of you have a lesson to learn in terms of how you respond to these matches. You have some growing up to do, culés, okay? And I'm not talking about your age. There's plenty of adults out there. Again, hop on Twitter, the big accounts right now, freaking out, fanning the flames just for the views. So I'm going at you and I'm challenging you to have some perspective, culés. Calma, culés. Why are we turning on each other? Why are we turning on Xavi and the other players who are stepping up and doing what they can when we don't have Dembele and Pedri and Frankie and Christensen? What are we doing here, culés? What are we doing? Okay. I blacked out for a minute. I don't know how long that rant was. I'm looking at the timer. We're at 14 minutes. I was probably a good 10-minute rant there. You all needed it. You all needed it. So I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Nice. I'm going to turn to the chat. I'm going to see what y'all have to say. I'm probably going to smack some of y'all down if you get out of line. All right. I already, like I said, had people coming at me personally in the comments, which I don't appreciate. Keep the conversation going, but this is not a space for you to just dump all of your anger at me, okay? Express your concerns. Express your frustration. Let me know how you're feeling. Don't turn it at me. Don't turn it at other culés. And have some perspective. Top of La Liga. Looking good. Looking strong when we have all of our players fit and healthy. Calma, culés. Calma. My goodness. Anyway. Ayush, I see you in here, sir. How we doing? Great to see you as always. Harry, hello, hello. I appreciate y'all. That was, you know what I'm saying? I needed to get that off my chest. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Scott, good to see you in here. FB says, John, what are your thoughts on that Alaba potential penalty claim in the first couple minutes? So that's a great question. There is a swing now, and it happened like mid-season, I think, and it's happening all across Europe, where if a defender is sliding in and they put a hand down to post to break themselves from falling and the ball hits that arm, it is now not a penalty. And defenders are taking advantage of this by not just breaking their fall straight out, but hey, oh, look at that. We're going to extend it a little bit. So you're seeing it all across Europe. You're seeing it in Premier League. You're seeing it on the international breaks as well. It makes it all that more controversial. So good question on that one. I'll say should have been a penalty, but as it is being called right now with the current trends, I see why it wasn't given as a penalty. But if I was doing a good, bad, and Barca, the bad box was going to be the referee. Wildly inconsistent, could not manage this game. That's why he was whipping out yellow cards left and right. Gavi barely did anything to deserve his yellow card. Vinny Jr. is the one that escalated it, that initiated it, escalated it by shoving him, and then all Gavi did was chase him down and go chest out. That's all Gavi did, all right? That's not yellow card worthy after all that happened. So shame on the referee. Also, couldn't keep Militao in line. How many times are you going to let him foul Lewandowski? First one, you could say, oh, accidental. You even saw Lewandowski, Militao, little slap bump, no big deal. But then 3, 4, 5 times after that, Militão's just taking chunks out of Lewandowski, including a knee straight into his lower back, and no yellow card? None. You're not going to see a yellow card for that? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. He eventually got one late in the match when it didn't matter for something insignificant, if I remember correctly, but terrible refereeing. Terrible refereeing. Connor, good morning to you. Ambarish, good morning to you as well. Says, you know what? Every time the team loses, I kiss the badge even more passionately. Thank you, Ambarish. Absolutely. Mwah. We support the badge. We support each other. We don't turn negative. We don't attack each other. We don't catastrophize. Okay? The sky is falling. Sack everybody. Transfer everybody. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Ah, it's so bad. Oh. My goodness. So what's funny is when people put 4-0, I don't know if you're saying it for Barcelona or for Real Madrid. Because think back. We beat y'all 4-0 too. So 4-0 just puts positive memories in my mind. I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. Top of La Liga. And also, thank you, all you Los Blancos. You are crushing it on my numbers right now. I appreciate y'all hanging out, increasing the algorithm. Right now, every comment that you're putting in, every minute that you spend watching this Barcelona channel is just continuing to grow my fan base, my community. So I appreciate all the haters. I appreciate all the trolls for keeping the algorithm going. Thank you so much, you dumb humans. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Jeffrey J says, no way you're saying Gavi did nothing wrong. I'm not saying he did nothing wrong throughout the match. I'm saying in that particular incident to get the yellow card, that was not deserving. That was the referee not being able to manage the match. That should have been a yellow card for Vinny Jr. for initiating and escalating and creating the physical contact. And then Gavi just chased him down afterwards. That's it. That's all he did. Ayush says, even for Barca's perspective, many players should have had a yellow earlier. I'm actually against that. I think the referee, if you manage the match properly, then you don't need to be flashing the yellows everywhere. You talk to the players. You let them know how you're going to manage this game. He was wildly inconsistent as well. So I'm 0 points for the referee. 0 points. Harry says, we played well in the first 45 minutes, and the Ferran hate is nah. Brian, I have to respectfully disagree with that. Dembele should have gone in his second year. Ferran deserves time. I think if Ferran Torres was our fifth attacker, nobody complains. If Ferran Torres is only playing in lesser La Liga games and give him Copa del Rey. It doesn't matter. That Copa del Rey is supposed to be for the B players. Okay, it was only in recent years when we started really putting emphasis on Copa del Rey. Most of the time, it's a backup keeper and it's rotational players getting priority in Copa del Rey. We haven't been doing that mostly because we've been lacking depth. All right, and you see what happens when we go with Plan B. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Just kind of scoping the chat here, seeing what the tone of conversation is. Anyway, that's really it, folks. That's what I wanted to rant about. It sucks to lose. It definitely sucks to lose. At the same time, you don't have to catastrophize like the sky is falling. It's a bummer, okay? But I'll say this: live by the sword, die by the sword. Meaning when we win and you kiddos go out and go, oh, suck it, Madrid. Barcelona are the best. Real Madrid sucks. When you put that out there, you're going to get it back. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That's how it works, okay? So just be cooler, coolest. That's all I'm saying. Be more chill. Have some respect for yourselves, okay? You look like a bunch of little babies with how you're reacting. Okay? And same goes for Madristas. Just as people, I'm super glad I'm not the type of person that has room in their life to go on to another team's channel and troll. That's what tickles me, is that all the people that are watching that are Madrid fans right now, right? Madrid fans. Here's what's funny. You live the kind of life that you have time and energy to go on to your opponent's channels and troll them. That means that time that you could have spent with family, with friends, with doing something that you actually enjoy, you spend that time trolling. You spend that time being hateful. You get what I'm saying? So if you get enjoyment out of that, and that's the type of person you are, bless you. Bless you. I'm glad I'm not you. I'm very glad I'm not you. So top of the Liga, we'll wait and see how things shake out at the end of the year. Because what I'll say is, if we get La Liga and Real Madrid get Copa del Rey and they're knocked out of Champions League, I think Barcelona had the better season. I really do. So that's what I'm going to be pulling for. I'm going to keep focused on the positive. We've got a great squad. We are headed in the right direction. We are a defense-first team, and we're starting to work on the chemistry. That's one more thing that I actually really appreciated in the first half. You were seeing the trust that the players have for each other in terms of pointing and calling out where to pass next, talking to each other, the off-the-ball movement. It was all clicking for the first 45. Things fell apart into stoppage time and thereafter, okay? But there's still a lot to be excited about if you're a Barcelona supporter. The future is very bright for Barcelona. Ovi, good morning. You are just in time. I'm going to head out here. I'm going to wrap things up. Again, keep your heads up. Try not to be so negative. I love you all very much. I do hope you have some positive interactions today. High fives and hugs all around. Okay? Have some perspective, folks. Of the two, if we were going to lose Copa del Rey or La Liga, I'm glad we lost Copa del Rey. Okay? I'm just saying. Just saying, I'd rather have La Liga. If we can't have both, I'd rather have La Liga. Kamakules, I love you. Love you all very much. Talk to you soon, okay? We're going to shake things off. What day is it? Thursday? We're taking tomorrow off. Everybody needs time. We're taking tomorrow off. We don't play again until Monday. So we'll do a little match preview Monday morning. Let me see. I forget who we're even playing. Let me see here. Almost restarted the intro, but I caught it. We're playing Girona Monday, 3 o'clock. Okay, so we'll be live Monday morning. We will do a match preview. We'll go over the starting 11. We'll get past this Madrid stuff. Stay off of Twitter. Stay off of Instagram. Positive comments only. Okay, I love you all very much. Like I said, go out and have positive interactions. Ayush and Harry, thank you very much for holding it down today. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone hanging out in the Stash Squad. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.